Oh, congratulations. I'm so
Oh,
excited for you.
thank you. I am so excited. It's incredible. Thank you so much for granting me with $10,000.
So cool. Let's tell everybody who you are and what you do.
Okay. Well, I'm Courtney Avery and I have a small business. And I guess on paper it's about body piercing, it's about quality body piercing and quality body jewelry and knowledge. But I always like to say it's so much more than that. Like the quality body piercing is just a bit of a bonus, I think. Um, what Sacral is really about, it's about making people feel at home and safe and understood and supported and give them that freedom to express themselves and feel confident with who they are when they are in my space and hopefully continuing after they leave. So that's probably more what Sacral is about. The piercing is just a fun bonus.
Oh my God, I love it. And
Yeah.
you have built up just an amazing community as
Yeah.
well, which we saw in action because you went for the public vote
Yeah.
grant, which was the
Yeah.
10K. What was that like going out? And I'm totally like messing up the order of what I want to ask you, but I'm
No.
just like, I was so amazed by how your
Yeah.
community rallied around you. And it just made so much sense when you said what Sacral was all
Mhm.
about. What was it like going out and asking people to vote for you for the 10K?
Yeah, well, that has been the best part. Like the fact that I've actually got the grant is like incredible. But the best part has been able to really see that watching that community come together and really bringing that support. Oh my God, did you hear that? That's my cat. I can hear him. I'm so sorry. He's
Oh my
really
God. No, it's actually fine. So Zoom is really good at like background noise. So no one else will be able to hear it,
that's
but
so
that was
funny.
hilarious.
That's hilarious. I'm like, Des, shh.
No, we
So
love
yeah,
pet cameos in all of our Spark videos, so don't you worry.
that's so funny. No, but yeah, being able to watch that network and that community just like grab this opportunity and run with it. People were incredible. They were like, I made my family vote for you, my friends and my workplace, and that was so wholesome. It was so nice to see. I think that those values that me and my business really try to hold space for other people to feel. I felt like I'd been successful in that because then they started bringing those values back to me and, showing that love and support back to me that I try to show to them. So I think that was probably the best part is just watching how beautiful and kind and supportive everybody was. It was incredible. It was crazy. Even still now, I can't believe how incredible it was.
Yeah, it's so interesting because a lot of people feel like bad to ask. A lot of people don't
Yeah.
go for the public vote because they're like, oh, what will people say? What do people think? But
Yeah.
it's like usually people are like, oh my God, yes, all I've got to do is put my
Totally.
email in, easy.
Totally. I feel like I just put it out there and I was just so lucky that people were like, yes, definitely. I would love to do that. Let me spread that for you. So that
Yeah.
was cool. I felt like I didn't really need to nag, I felt like I didn't really need to beg. The network was there ready to go, which was really inspiring and I guess motivating and validating, I guess, that I must be doing something right with my business and to keep doing that. Yeah.
Absolutely. I love it. People are so generous if you just
So
let them
generous.
be.
So generous. And it was actually really cool to start chatting to the other grant applicants as well. Like I tried to really reach out. The lovely lady from Dunsborough Books, who is an absolute legend.
And
She
yeah,
was
she's
a
awesome.
go-getter. I couldn't share. I was so impressed. I was so
Yeah.
impressed. So yeah, being able to support each other through that was really cool as well. That was probably the part that I felt guilty about, like trying to compete against other female lady businesses.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't want them to lose. So I
Yeah, that's the hardest part. It's like,
wanted to have
don't we
that.
have like $1 billion to spread around?
Yeah, I wanted to like mean girls it and take the crown and like give it out
Oh.
to everybody. That
Yes, that's
if
so
I didn't
good.
need it so much, I would. Like a
Oh my
thousand for
God.
you and a thousand for you.
That would have been the cherry on top of this story.
Oh, I laid awake at night thinking about it. I was like, do I
Oh,
really need this $10,000 or can I give it out? And then I was like, Courtney, what the hell? No, you actually really need it.
yeah, totally, totally. So what are you gonna spend the money on?
Oh, it's really hard to answer that question without being incredibly boring. But
No,
because
that's
it's like
business.
layman terms trying to put it down to basically, obviously, huge part of piercing is sterilizing and hygiene and admin and organizing and all the boring stuff. But in short, I'm going to buy a bit of an equipment called a Statum autoclave.
Mm.
Yeah, well, anyone who's worked in like dental or surgery or piercing knows what it is. But an autoclave is a sterilizer. We all have one. We need to have one, of course, for all our instruments and jewelry. But it takes forever. We have to basically pre-sterilize everything and store it sterilized. So that's a huge chunk of admin. So if we're lucky enough to be able to invest in and afford a Statum autoclave, it means that it has a short 6-minute cycle. So you can just store everything clean and then get out what you need for an appointment, pop it in the Statum while you're consulting, and then whip it out ready for the piercing. So it takes out all of that long labeling,
Wow.
bagging, sterilizing, storing. But the bit of equipment's like $7,000. So it's something I've been saving up to for a long time. So yeah, being able to just buy that now is going to be like incredible. All the body pieces out there will be like, yes, it's
Oh, that's so cool.
starting. So
That's
it's
so
a bit of a big
awesome.
deal.
That's such a big deal. I mean,
Yes.
anything that like helps your business,
Yeah,
like save time, save
yeah,
money, like all of those things are just so important. And that's like how
yeah.
you do get to the next level of business. So
Hmm.
I'm so excited. There's like something that can kind of give you the opportunity to level up.
Hugely. And also prevent burnout a little bit too. Like, as we know,
Mm,
as you know, you spread yourself so thin outside of just your client interaction. You know, you've got to give like 100% to that. And then somehow you've got to spread your other 300% out into all
yeah.
the boring stuff. So I think that's going to really help as well, being able to cut out some of that extra energy and put it back into the clients. So yeah, I think that's going to be a big part of it for me.
Oh my God, I love it so much. So what actually inspired you to apply for the grants and how hard was it to apply?
Well, the crazy thing about the grant is like I applied on such a whim.
I love
I
it.
remember the moment that I stumbled across you. I'd been to the gym, I was having a good morning, it was really early, I was waiting for my click and collect before I came home and started work that day. And I was scrolling through Instagram and I came across you and Spark, and I was like, this looks cool. I'd been looking for a bit more business mentoring, I guess. And then, yeah, I thought that looks like something that I could do. I'll just give it a go. And at the time, I actually didn't know that there was public votes. I thought it was just all judges. So I was like, oh, I guess I'll give it a go. But yeah, it was super easy and it was super fun and it was super quick. And yeah, it was such an impulse moment, to be honest. So then to be sitting on the other side of it, winning is just not not what I foresaw when I applied at all. It was just a bit of a whim. So that's super cool. It was really easy.
I love that because sometimes people agonize over the
Mm,
process and they're like, oh no, I've got to make it
mm,
perfect. I've got to do this.
mm,
I've got to do that. And it's funny. So there's another one of previous winners. She was like,
mm.
oh yeah, it was like 5 o'clock on Friday. And I went to stuff it and just got it in. And she ended
Yeah,
up getting the 5K. And I was like, yeah, just do it. Like, just
yeah,
stop agonizing, stop like planning and
yeah.
making yourself overwhelmed. Just get it in.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I sat in front of this wall and I recorded a quick Zoom video and yeah, I just sent it on in and hoped for the best.
That
So
is
thank
so
you.
good. Oh
Thank
my
you for
God, no,
making it so
you're,
easy.
and I keep saying, I'm like, you did all the work, you did the application, you got the votes, you won, like amazing. It's so awesome. So
Yeah.
what do you think the future holds for the business?
Well, this is actually a really exciting time for the business. So this is my home studio. I don't know, I want to show you how pretty it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
This is
So fun.
my beautiful a little home studio. So this is my special little area.
Cool.
And yeah, you've got me at a time where I'm transitioning, hopefully soon, out of this space and into a bigger space.
Wow.
And expanding my services, getting some employees, yeah, kind of changing the structure. So there should be actually a lot coming for Sacral, which is really exciting. So this grant is going to make that a lot more achievable and a lot less daunting, which is, yeah, it's come at an incredible time.
Oh, I'm so glad. I love to hear that. Um,
Yeah.
Okay, and now let's just wrap with one last piece of advice. So, reflecting on your time in business, what
Yeah.
would be a piece of wisdom that you might pass on to another woman on her journey?
Oh, I love passing wisdom. This is an exciting question. Um, I think I think the best bit of advice that I often give my clients, I guess my main demographic is like a youth. We young people love piercings, especially disengaged ones like I was, decade ago. Um, and I think my advice that I always give is that don't forget that we're always evolving through our life experiences. So whether you have a 5-year goal or a 1-year goal, or you have no goals at all, you have no idea where you're heading, it really doesn't matter. As long as you're doing something right now, you're going to keep evolving as a person. And then that person is going to get more and more ideas about the direction they're going in. And then all of a sudden, you're going to be doing something that you'll love without even realizing that was where you were heading towards. And you're just going to keep doing it. It's going to stay. So that's my advice. Don't put pressure on your direction. Just put emphasis into being happy right now. And then you'll head in the right direction. Does that make sense?
I love it. I love it. And it is so true. We are always
Yeah.
evolving and the
Yeah.
world is always evolving. And if you
Yeah.
have that mindset of just keep moving forward
Yeah.
and things will work out, I
Yeah.
love it. I freaking love it.
The pressure doesn't help, be
No.
kind to yourself right now. And that's what's going to get you in the right place. Not that pressure to have that plan and of all the what ifs it doesn't work, or the what ifs and all of those pressure kind of thoughts that we put on ourselves. They're not helpful.
No, not at all. And I think sometimes we're our own worst enemy at
Mm.
putting that pressure on ourselves.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly.
So good, Courtney. You are amazing. Congratulations again. And I can't wait to check in with you in the next 6 to 12 months to see what happens next.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. This has been such a fun experience. And yeah, I really appreciate you having me.